Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the psoriasis kid and bad tummy. Here we are.
I'm actually all right.
You feel a little better today?
Yeah, I started a meal plan.
There you go.
Only 1 cup of coffee. Put a little baking soda in my coffee.
Nice.
Levels out the acidic levels.
Sure.
Do you know that?
No, I look like a red pineapple.
It doesn't.
Now
look
here's
that
the thing.
Worse. It's just spread your arms.
It's just getting on my forearms. That's
But
attractive.
the thing is, you're not doing anything to fix it.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to. No, I changed my diet radically.
It's gonna take some time, though.
Well, what I like to do is I like to get a flare up, and then I like to drink a shitload of wine and eat a whole bunch of bread, and that's good for me.
The gluten and stuff is supposed to
all
make
that
it
shit.
worse.
Apparently, I don't know.
Who says
Fuck
that?
knows. It's when you look at like the consensus, but you know, the fucking annoying thing about our healthcare is like, you know, doctors. It's not an exact science, and doctors are like, I don't know. I said to the doctor I went to on Sunday, I go, you know, you guys don't really know a lot about nutrition. I mean, he goes, we sure don't. I don't know anything about nutrition.
It's not their specialty. No, it's not what they do.
I was like,
you need to see a specialist. Well, when I went to that doctor in UCLA about my stomach, you tell them the symptoms.
Especially stomach.
You tell them the symptoms like, yeah, man, I would just cut out on the coffee. We'll prescribe these pills. I'm like, no shit. I guess just give me the pills.
This is what happened. That's what doctors say. I talked to one of the big internists because he saw my buddy who died of pancreatic cancer. So I talked to him about that, and I talked about he goes, honestly, we don't really know. A lot of times it's probably the bacteria in your stomach gets thrown out of whack, and then it just causes pain or problems.
But those general doctors, god damn it,
yeah,
you really have to see a specialist.
You have to see a specialist, but even specialists are going to try to drug you. They're going to drug you or they're going to cut you. It's nothing against them. And sometimes they save your life. Sometimes they make you better for sure.
I'm not the anti-drug guy. I'm not that guy.
Either.
They're there for a reason.
I agree.
And they actually help.
I agree.
They help. Now, if you take them for a long, long time, you might be in trouble. But there's a reason antibiotics are important and stuff like
yes.
that.
Hell yes.
I'm never that guy like, they're just pushing the agenda.
If you have syphilis, don't do antibiotics. Tell me how that works out for you.
They're pushing the agenda.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Relax, Eddie Bravo.
No.
It helps, actually.
Antibiotics save lives.
Yes.
They say, and they keep you from getting your arm cut off because it becomes gangrene, et cetera, et cetera.
Painkillers are different, can be a different beast. But again, if you're having major surgery, go without painkillers.
Dude.
You think they're pushing the agenda? Go without painkillers when you get nose surgery.
Excuse me, sir.
Smoke your weed. Let me know how that fixes your nose.
I had my nose. I had my septum was torn in half and pushed backwards. I had my septum fixed, and that was so painful when they had to unpack your nose. It's the worst. And then I had a double hernia where they cut into your body. That's a good time. Actually, I'm sorry. They didn't cut it. They scoped it. And it still was insanely painful. And I came to, and a woman goes, this big Jamaican nurse, she said, you feeling uncomfortable? I go, nah, I'm all right. I was in so much pain. She goes, nah, you feeling uncomfortable?
They know.
Hit me with a little the old morphine or whatever it was. Woo!
You don't want to become addicted to it.
No, you don't. But goddamn,
pain get you through that.
Pain can be debilitating.
Oh my
Certain
God.
pain, you're not. Some people are in pain all the time. Like their spinal cord, the nerve roots in their lower back.
I'd rather have pain, like I'll have pain in my neck or whatever, my back, where elbows. I'd rather have that than be sick, though. Because at least the pain, I can address it.
Yes.
I can take some sort of medicine that will actually kind of help a little bit. When you're sick, there's not a whole lot. You can minimize it. And
how about when you have the flu and you realize how weak? When you have the flu and you're getting up and throwing up, you realize how vulnerable you are.
Oh my God!
I mean,
you pay any amount of money to get rid of it.
Oh, you're just like, I believe in God. Hey God, sorry about all my sins.
Man, please
make me better. Please make me better. My buddy who doesn't take care of himself, eats like 4 men, drinks, smokes weed.
Do I know?
He got sick. Was in the hospital, and he was like, he just looked at the doctor. He goes, "Doc, get me out of here." And the doctor goes, "Well, I will, but you could do me a favor."
Yeah,
and he goes, "What?" He goes,
this.
"You could practice some self-restraint for God's sake."
Something for God's sake.
Yeah.
It's amazing what the body can put up with.
Oh.
Finally, that show that I watch, I haven't been watching lately, but My 600-Pound Life, there's people over 600 pounds. They have to get on some sort of diet, lose weight, and then he'll perform the surgery. It's always in Houston. It's the top gastrologist.
Gastroenterology.
Yeah, it's the top one. So it's always him with these golden earphones. But finally, a guy died. Finally, I always was wondering, finally a gentleman died.
You mean on the show?
No, they couldn't air it because he died.
It died
because it's literally
during the operation.
No, because they're literally like, man, this is life and death. You have to lose 200 pounds by in 60 days, 80 days,
or you're gonna die.
Or you're gonna die. Yeah. And he's like, you have to stick to this. So they'll try and stick to it, and they'll check in like, you've gained 13 pounds. And he's like, and then the fat guys are always like, I don't know why, I'm sticking to the diet. And the doctor's literally like, because he's dealt with everyone's shit. He's like, that's not true. That you don't gain 13 pounds to stick to this diet. Yeah. What are you doing? And then finally he's like, all right, well, I'm starving. At night I'll have 4 pizzas. And he's like, all right, well, that's not sticking to the diet. So this guy was doing that, and then he died.
My friend's doctor.
We bring that up. My friend's 600-pound life man dies.
My friend's doctor stopped working with him. Goes, I can't work like this. I'm done.
This guy does the same thing. Yeah, he'll go, I just can't work with you anymore. Yeah, it's just you're literally gonna die. I can't. I'm trying to help you. I've done everything I can't help you anymore. It's
frustrating, man. Now you're dealing with a whole psychological, emotional thing. It's like
this guy.
Yeah, skinny at the bottom there.
Poor guy. What a
sweet. See, I just saw the headline that he died. Let's see, New Jersey resident who weighed 842 pounds was featured on Wednesday night's episode, where viewers learned he suffered a heart attack during the filming of the show. The undergone weight loss surgeon was placed on strict diet before he died suddenly of a heart attack. Fans learned of his death. TLC. Wow. Keep scrolling down.
Poor guy.
Man, that sucks.
I mean,
but 845 pounds, it's like,
it's a form of suicide, right? I mean, you know what I mean? It's a form of suicide.
Kind of, and then they want to get better, but it's almost too late. It's such a bummer, man.
How big was his wife or his fiance?
Not skinny, Chin. Thank you for asking. Not skinny.
Not skinny.
Usually they're the enablers. Usually, if she's getting him 4 pizzas a night, she's eating 2.
I know this is a really weird thing to say,
and I admire it because I wish I could just kind of do that.
I had an image when you said that of me being between them and being all like
a threesome.
No, just like, who wants to get between these guys? And it's
really?
Like, woo, it's all soft.
It's not soft, and a lot of them have barnacles. I don't know if you've ever seen that. They have barnacles hanging off their legs, Brian.
Yeah.
And sores. You think you have problems? They have sores.
Yeah.
And some of their feet literally look like elephants' feet. Like they turn gangrene, and there's calluses on it, and the circulation's bad. And it's just like hanging off.
Well, they must be so diabetic, right? I mean,
that's the least diabetic. Yeah.
That's like child's play.
Yeah. That's what?
That's like, ha, ha, ha.
That poor sucks, guy. But 842 pounds.
Yeah, that's I don't know.
You've seen the scales they get on?
No.
It literally looks like when you go to UPS to weigh your packages. It's the size of that couch.
Damn.
And they get on. It's like,
damn. That's so interesting. I don't know, man.
And some of them do it. And the other bummer is they can't leave their beds when they have kids and stuff. It's a bummer, and the kids end up taking care of them. It's very.
You remember what's eating?
Super selfish.
You remember what's eating Gilbert Grape, right?
I don't, but I've never seen it.
Oh, that's a great movie. Right? Yes, dude. And the woman, see if she's still alive, Chin. The woman who plays the very heavy woman in that it's incredible. That's a hell of a movie.
Yeah,
dude.
I won a bunch of awards. That's Leonardo DiCaprio's mom.
Oh, and his mom is an obese woman.
Yeah.
And I won't give it away.
That'd be tough.
In the end, they can't get her out of the house.
It's 1993. You can spoil alert that, Brian.
They can't get her out of the house.
Darlene Cates? That has to be her, right?
Might be her.
Does she die?
Yeah, and then they burn the house down.
You know, some of these people, Jesus Christ, some of these people on my 600-pound life, the ambulance has to come, and a lot of times they cut out the doorway to get them out. It takes several men.
In What's Eating Gilbert Grape, she dies upstairs and they can't get her down and decide to burn the house down.
A bad idea.
Up there. Yeah.
She died last year.
Oh,
how really? Damn, that's crazy. Of what?
Brendan?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll take heart attack for 3,000, Alex.
Yeah, she was older, I think.
In her sleep at the age of 69.
That's a good run for
that's a
heavy.
Good run, 69. Good for her, though.
Yeah.
Hold on, she was on, oh no.
Good actress, man. She was really good in that movie. I mean, she didn't do much other than that, but God bless her. Yeah.
That's a tough go.
Yeah, man, I don't know. It's like some people are just born with this weird affliction. Gambling, they're just extremes. Like the two extremes.
Well, a lot of time they show their family. Their family's all big. Like there's one family. There's a show on, I think it's TLC, one of those channels where all the family members are all over 300-400 pounds. There's like 8 of them. Well, it's just a family, and that's what I'm seeing is like. So if your parents were obese, you have something like a 300% more likely chance to be obese as well. Yeah. Like a lot of it's genetic, the way you eat, and then for some of it, like, and you guys are like, what the fuck, man? But I balls deep in Teen Mom, and there's I forget her name on there, Caitlin, but she's a bigger girl, and she had a miscarriage. It's called Teen Mom, right? So she had a miscarriage on there, and then through all her problems of her weight, she's on the public eye, she tried to commit suicide, and she had to check into to get help.
Yeah.
But what the therapist does, it's brilliant. I didn't even think about this, so they were showing it. And obviously, I should know this as a grown man in America. When you go to the therapy, a lot of times they bring the family, and you have the therapy with the family, and you find out that a lot of her problems stem from her family. Her mom was a drug addict. Her dad was missing. Her dad did this, or her mom did this, and adds up all this stuff. Yeah. And the therapist goes through all that.
It's an emotional thing, man. But you also have to have extremes, like evolutionary biologists, geneticists always talk about this. I've heard them discuss this stuff where, like, you to have a normal, like most of us are normal, right? Like we're pretty normal in terms of, we're not extreme, right? So we eat a certain amount.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have dark thoughts, sometimes you have light thoughts, whatever.
You're pretty level.
You're pretty level. And when you're an actor, like your acting teacher will always say stuff like, you have everything in you. You have a serial killer in you. You have a saint in you. You just have to know where to find it so you can play these things, right? Yeah. But in order for that to be the case, you have to have aberrations on either side. So you have to have demonic males. You have to have
For an example, you're saying?
Yeah, well, no, because I guess when it comes to certain genetic factors, you're going to have people that are super skinny and super fat so that you can have the middle ground.
Yeah.
And that's how genetics works. And it plays out, apparently in even behavior, mental behaviors. You have to have like true predatory
there has to be a spectrum.
Sociopaths over here. Yeah, crazies. And then over there you have the super kind. It's like, it's just the way it is. And you probably couldn't have the balance without those two extremes.
Well, that's why when people refer to it as the one percenters, and they refer to it in sports and obviously motorcycle gangs as well, but the one percenters, you're going to get one percenters in everything.
100%, man.
And serial killers, they're one percenters.
Yes,
and
yes.
mentally ill, one percenters. And actors, one percenters. Comics, one percenters.
Check this out. And when
pedophiles, 1%.
When they were looking at Ted Kaczynski, who was John Gotti's #1 trigger man. He was
Ted Kaczynski. Isn't that the Unabomber?
No, not Ted Kaczynski. Sorry, Richard.
I was like, damn,
Richard,
the Unabomber was a mob man too?
No, Richard. His name was Richard or something. Find out what the Gambino family's #1 hitman was. He was called the Iceman.
The Bull?
Remember the Iceman? No, that's Sammy the Bull.
He was the snitch.
But the Iceman had so the Iceman would tie people up, let rats eat him, all kinds of shit. He really smart. Dressed up as a woman and in drag and spilled a drink of cyanide on a guy. Guy died, got in his clothes. He was a master. And he was 6'4", 305 pounds and not that fat.
Charles?
No. No, his name was...
just type in the Iceman.
The Iceman. Iceman. And they did a whole thing on him. Anyway, they did a profile on him, right? And they had this famous psychiatrist do a profile on the guy, right? And what they found was they were like,
Richard Kukulinski?
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Kukulinski?
Yeah, you got to hear him interviewed. It's chilling. It's fucking chilling.
Is there a YouTube video of him, Chan? I wouldn't mind hearing this sociopath.
Then he wanted to see how a crossbow worked. And so he asked the guy for directions. And the guy came to the car window and he shot him through the head with it. And he goes, that works. And he goes, but you didn't know him. He goes, didn't know the man. He goes, so you just killed him like that? No, I didn't know him yet. And he got the shit beaten out of him by his dad. 2 daughters, loved his kids, good father.
Why did you decide to talk to me?
Oh, he looks like
Well, basically, I think I tried it. I decided to talk to you would be so I could find out more about myself, since I don't know the answers. And you are a person who is highly qualified. Interesting.
Oof.
I could live with that.
God, he has a sinister smile, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Dude, he was so cold.
So happens I might have a question for you.
See, you can see he's insecure. He's never had to be talked this way.
Is he going to start crying?
No, he's embarrassed because he can't think of something. He doesn't want to look dumb.
Look at this guy.
What do you think?
What a baller.
About Me.
It's the best.
Anything good, bad, or indifferent?
It's the best you come up with.
Yeah, some of each.
He can only relate to himself. See that?
The issue's about your behavior, and there are two types of personality features that you have a great deal of. The first of them is called antisocial personality disorder. What it refers to behaviorally is someone who does not have a conscience, does not have remorse, does not feel a sense of guilt about most of the bad things they do,
That'd be crazy.
is impulsive and violent. The typical things we see before age 15 in people who earn that label are cruelty toward animals, cruelty toward people, and an awfully interesting part of that
Will we be able to play any of this, Jen?
A little bit of it.
is
The
that
listeners are going to be bored as well.
Okay,
we've got a little bit of
Look up all the stuff he did.
I'll paraphrase.
Bring up all the stuff he did.
So I'll give you a couple things he did. So here's what the psychiatrist said. First, you have antisocial behavior, okay, which means you don't have a conscience, you don't have remorse and stuff. Are you listening? And then second, he said, is that a lot of the thing is that that's okay to have, because some people who have that, he said, also that's coupled with the fact that you're a risk taker. You don't get nervous at all. He said he doesn't get nervous. So race car drivers, elite commandos, they tend to not get as nervous as people. So his heart rate doesn't raise. So there are two things he's got going for him. One is that, and he said, the psychiatrist said, if you hadn't had a father who beat the shit out of you, you might have been like a race car driver, a stunt man, somebody who took great risks. Or a fighter, all that. But because you were damaged and so destroyed, he was beaten. His father beat the shit out of he and his brother. His brother's in jail for murder. And when he was in jail with his brother, they never said anything to each other.
Why?
Because
They hate each other?
his brother was in jail for multiple murders. He's in jail for multiple murders, both doing life sentences. And he said he walked by his brother once and his brother said, "Hey, what's up?" And he goes, "Hey, what's up?" That's it. Jesus. And they came under the same father who used to beat the shit out of them for no reason all the time. So his father destroyed them. So whatever happened in their personality was destroyed a long time ago. Who knows what the head trauma and everything else.
There's a lot of people who get beat by their fathers.
Not like
and
this
don't
father.
turn out
Not like
that.
this father was apparently absolutely satanic. I mean, he was awful.
Keep scrolling, Chin. How many people did this man?
So he was driving one time, and when he was a hitman, and these four dudes in a van cut him off, and then they started fucking with him. They were like, they were toughs, local toughs, and they're like, "You fucking pussy," and all that stuff. So guess what he did? He pulled over, and then they pulled over. And the problem was they got out to fight.
Oh, no.
He shot all four of them.
Of course.
He shot all four of them. They were just lining them up like cordwood. And he was
What
like,
were they
"See ya."
thinking, though?
Exactly. Well, they didn't know. They didn't know they were dealing with John Gotti's number one hitman, a giant man who didn't give a fuck about
What's
that.
it say where it says death rate? Or did he die, Chitin?
He died, yeah.
Yeah.
Of what?
A bad heart.
For not being able to kill
His heart was
people?
made of, he died at 70. His heart was made
Inflammation
of tar
of
and
blood
hornets.
vessels.
He had a hornet tar. He had a tar hornet heart,
God, man.
right?
Some dark shit.
This guy, he said,
You know,
this guy was,
John Gotti's nephew's an MMA fighter now.
really?
Bring that up. Gotti MMA.
He said that this other guy, he was outside a bar, and this guy was a loudmouth. He was being a dick and kind of being a bully and stuff. So he waited till the guy was outside, and he took a belt, wrapped it around the guy's throat, and then turned his back and kind of pulled the guy over his back and just killed him that way. And then just went in the bar and had a drink, and nobody knew what the fuck happened. They're like, "Guy's just dead outside."
He's like, well, weird.
Yeah, look at that. John Gotti's nephew.
Grandson.
Grandson, yeah, he's a
Handsome
MMA
kid.
fighter. I think he's doing pretty well, too.
Jacked out of his mind.
I think he's doing well. John Travolta's playing John Gotti in the new
Really?
yeah, biopic. or
That'll
whatever
be
you call it.
interesting. John Gotti was a character. That dude that fucking guy used to bet. He was such a compulsive
Oh,
gambler.
he's 1-0, so there's a long ways to go.
He was such a competitive gambler. He would do shit like there'd be 2 cockroaches, and he would put crazy money on which cockroach.
Exhausting.
And so when they had his tapped. You know how they tapped him? You ever hear how they tapped this fucking guy? They got into the Ravenite Social Club, which was right on Mulberry Street. I used to eat in a place called Cafe Sorrento right near. It might be still there. The Ravenite Social Club, right? a cop, a woman, got in. She was attractive, very attractive.
Standard.
She got in there. She let the dude who used to run the Ravenite Club, he'd clean up afterwards and he'd do that. Apparently, and it's pretty substantiated, she let that guy bang her. And she placed that fucking bug under the table.
Whatever it takes, right?
Whatever it takes, brother. God bless her.
God bless her.
And that's how they were able to, that was one of the ways they were able to get like some serious shit on him. She got in there. And that guy, they found that guy had fucked up, but they'd never killed him. They were like, it's just the way it is. We fucked up. They were good. Good on them.
Wow.
Yeah, good on them. It's pretty wild.
And then John Gotti died too in prison, right? He was imprisoned in Colorado.
He got throat cancer and shit.
That's right.
Yeah, he was desperate to get out of jail.
All those guys are. They say El Chapo, they're complaining how they're not treating him very nice. He's going crazy. He's in solitary confinement.
Sure.
I thought, well,
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. He did live it though. He was a tough guy. He was.
I wonder why, like, especially Americans, I guess the word, but they're obsessed with, like, you look at all the bad people, the shows like Narcos and El Chapo and Scarface and Goodfellas and everything. The Godfather, Sopranos. Like, we're obsessed with these horrible people.
Yeah.
Like, I saw people wearing El Chapo shirts at Disneyland. I'm like, you morons. You have any idea what he represents?
Yeah.
You have any idea how many people he killed?
Exactly.
Kids, women, the thing that's going on now.
Or how many kids
There's
he's
a reason
orphaned.
why you can't go to certain parts of Mexico.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. And you guys are wearing these fucking T-shirts.
Right.
You think that man's a hero? You're both Mexican descent? You have any idea what he represents?
Right.
That's like me and my family wearing a Jeffrey Dahmer shirt. There's no difference. And he's killed way more.
Italian Americans always had that sort of like tenuous relationship with, most Italians are conservative and very obviously law-abiding, but as an Italian myself, that you'd go to like delis and it'd be like a poster of like The Godfather and stuff, and it's like
it highlights their tradition.
There's
something romantic. There's something romantic about it, right? Where they're outlaws.
Yeah, but you're a badass.
But also with like the Italian mafia, they didn't kill civilians really. They killed their own. There was a code.
That was
where
with
the cartels.
Yeah.
And really just the cartels now in Mexico, they go after your they're the ones who changed the game, going after your family and
that's
friends.
That's because the Sicarios took over.
Yeah.
But like the mafia, the Italian mafia was always very disciplined. Family values, like you never went after the family, ever.
Never.
And that was always so important. But then again,
Jewish mafia switched the game because their family who was successful in the mafia, their kids and their stuff, they didn't go, oh, you're going to get in the mafia. They went, no, you're going to college.
Correct.
And we'll pay for it.
Correct.
And you're going to get out of this.
They got into legitimate businesses.
Yes.
The Italians would hide their money in a mattress. The Jews they'd be like, listen, we got to get the fuck out of this business.
This isn't going to last long.
No. We got to get, my kids are all going to be doctors and lawyers. Fuck this business. And by the way, we're also going to invest our money into real estate and get into legitimate business. Because at the end of the day, if you take on the government, you're going to be fucked.
But also, if you're a crime boss, has that, and you've seen every movie, you've seen every story, it's never, ever worked out for anyone ever.
No.
Whether you're the head of a cartel, a gang, whatever it is, it's never been like, look at this, like there's not even an exception, like, look at Jeffrey.
Nah.
He's on this show now. He's killing it, man, living life in Florida.
No, that's exactly right. I think a lot of like criminals are drawn to it. That they're born criminals in a way. Like they don't want to do anything else. Yeah, there's like the excitement. Live, die young, and leave a good-looking corpse.
Well, I get it. It's also the same as like athletes too. You have this short window to make all this money. It's like, dude, when this is over? Obviously, it's completely different. I'm just drawing a reference.
No, but
when it's completely over, it's not going to be the same. Then they try to put them in regular civilian life, 9 to 5, and they don't fit in.
It's
same with these guys.
Yeah.
Same with soldiers. Some soldiers are addicted to warfare and the adrenaline, and they're a team. They have a mission, and then they get done, and you put them back in society, and like, this sucks, man. Where's my bros? Where's the team?
Look at Sammy the Bull Gravano. They said when he got arrested, they go, yeah, he's witness protection, and I think the head investigator goes, yeah, that's fine. He'll be back. He's going to fuck up because there's no other way. And of course, I think he got caught for running a huge ecstasy ring with white
they don't
supremacists.
know what else to do. It's like.
Yeah, he also killed 19 people.
But it's also like, yeah, of course they're going to fuck up because they have their master's degree in criminology. They know exactly what they're doing. And they're like, well, no, dude, just be cool. Go work at Red Robin. Red Robin?
No.
Hold on. You realize in a day I made more money than this fucking place makes in a year? You want me to just succumb to this? That's the problem.
Yeah, you're not fucking around. It's a really interesting profile. So I just did a podcast on mixed mental arts with Gary Nesmer. He wrote Stalling for Time. He was the chief FBI hostage negotiator for Waco, Texas.
Ooh, that didn't go well.
Whoa. And when he fucking got there.
That's a fucked up situation.
Oh, well, 4 ATF guys have been killed and 17 wounded.
And I watched the whole documentary that they did on A&E on that. The way our police and the task force went about it was fucked up.
Yeah,
it was
100%.
definitely so fucked up.
He came in,
women, kids, and they're just shooting through the windows and stuff, and kids are getting hit. It's like, are you shitting me?
Yeah, it was very bad. And he came in that situation where there were huge emotions on both sides, and he had to kind of figure out a way to talk. And meanwhile, as he's trying to talk to the Branch Davidians, they're playing music, they're doing all kinds of like really loud, they're doing all kinds of stuff because the tactical team wanted blood. They were pissed because they'd lost a lot of their own, and also
which also is on them though. If you watch that, a lot of that's on them.
Yes. Well, that's what he said. Is he was talking about how he said something really interesting. He goes, the good cop, bad cop stuff. He goes, doesn't work. You shouldn't have that. He said, there's good cop, be a good cop. You can get so much more. And what he talked about was this. He was talking to us, and I was like, I was listening to him, and I said, what do you do if there's a situation where somebody is not going back to jail, but they're going to kill themselves? They're either going to shoot themselves out or kill themselves or
they're going to go out on the horse.
And he goes, and he was like, he said, well, here's the thing. Here's what you have going for you. They haven't done it yet, so you still have room to negotiate. And the first thing he said, when they talked them out, the first thing he said, what got you out? And he said, well, I don't remember what you said, but it was how you said it. And he said, and so the first thing he does, he goes like this. He goes, I understand you're really upset, and we're out here really worried about you. Can you tell me what's going on? And first thing he does, no matter who they are, he validates their feelings.
Yeah.
And he says, this is you've got yourself in a pickle here. That's got to be, tell me what you're. And they always say something like, here's the bingo moment. When he gets them to explain what's going on, they have nobody's heard their side of the story. Finally, they go like this: I don't know what to do. And that's when he goes. And then
he's like, well, I could help you.
Well, I think, and he'll anchor you too. He'll say like this. He goes, I'm getting from what you're saying. I'm starting to get what you're saying, that you don't want to kill anybody here. You're not really interested in hurting somebody.
That's not your thing, man.
It's not your thing.
You want to get this done.
And then the guy goes, I'm going to shoot people. And he goes, but I remember what you said before this, and I understand your emotions are running high, but I really value what you said, because you said you don't want to kill anybody, and you're not, and that's not the goal here. But what do you also think? And the guy, I'm going to kill myself. And he goes, well, what do you plan on accomplishing? Like, what do you think that's going to accomplish? And what he'll do is he'll get, like, this one guy was going to kill himself, didn't want to talk, wasn't talking to the cops. So he goes, all right, he has a dog in the backyard. He's old and he's lonely. So he goes, they blast out. He goes, we're gonna come in the backyard. We don't want any trouble, but we're gonna come in the backyard and make sure your dog is fed and watered, because your dog looks like he's hungry. It looks like he's very agitated. We're gonna take the dog and put him in a safe place. Picks up the phone. Don't you touch my dog. Now he's got the dog. Now he realizes that the guy wants the dog, and he goes, do you think your dog will be really sad if you kill yourself? And now he's in.
The guy's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. And so the way he was fucking talking, he goes, you could use this with terrorists. You could have used this with everything. And the way he was talking, it was like, and you could use it in politics, because he's in the business of what? Persuasion, communication. And we always forget that you want to persuade
people. Want to be heard.
Yeah, they want to be heard no matter who they are.
Did you ever see Muhammad Ali talk to a guy off from committing suicide? You ever seen that, Bryan? Muhammad Ali suicide. Yeah, he was in some neighborhood. It might be New York. I might be wrong on this, but he saw the guy was about to jump, and he goes up there and he goes, hey, man, what's going on here? And just talk to the dude.
So check this out. I remember that, actually. Check this out. He basically, there were the huge demonstrations, like all these people in a Puerto Rican airfield, and they were not going to leave. And there were bombs there. And they weren't going to leave. And the FBI had all their tactical squads, and they were going to surprise them. They had 5 different teams that were going to come in and surprise them. And they're going to get them and attack them and hold them down and get them out of there, right? They had trucks and everything. And he goes like this, and hostage negotiator getting this and goes, well, can we talk to them first, do you think? And they go, what? And he goes, yeah, do you think we could talk to him? So they put on khaki pants and a polo shirt and walked out, and they went like this. They go, hey, can you tell us who's in charge? Nobody's in charge. He goes, but is there anybody who's like, yeah, well, I'm the one. And he goes, hey, listen, we're really worried about your safety, though, because the problem is that we have unexploded ordinances here. So if there's any way we could get you guys to move, come off here, maybe we could talk about it somewhere else. But we're really concerned for your safety. And every one of them was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And they all just got in their cars and left.
That's funny.
Or in the remember the Achille Lauro, where the Palestinian terrorists basically got a hold of a cruise ship, 4 of them, a cruise ship, and threw the guy Klinghoffer in a wheelchair off. He was a Jew, and he was basically yelling at them, and they took him and threw him in the ocean.
He died?
The Italian police caught him. These are Palestinian. They were under Abu Nidal. They hardened terrorists. The Italian police puts them through. They were basically like torturing them, doing all kinds of shit. Couldn't get shit out of them. Couldn't get shit. Guess what these guys did? 2 negotiators. One guy who spoke fluent Arabic. They sit him down. These are hard guys. First thing they did is what? He goes, got to tell you, man, it's amazing how just the four of you were able to take over an entire cruise ship.
Yeah.
How the hell did you do that? Yeah. And this Klinghoffer thing, what the fuck happened there?
Flattering him.
I mean, yeah. Flattery. Next, guess what?
Bragging.
Half hour later, confession. It's really fascinating, man. It was a really wild podcast. His book is called, his book is fucking really good, called Stalling for Time.
Did you see?
Oh, one more story, because you'll like this. Prison riot, right? Prison riot. They got a hostage. They're not letting him go. I think it was a guard. So they stopped giving him food. So they're fucking like, we're not doing anything. So guess what they did? They had the guards that just outside, they knew they were hungry, waited for the winds to shift, started cooking bacon and hamburgers on the old grill.
You guys are starving.
Hot dogs. Starving. They're like,
I'll take it.
They're like, listen, man.
Fuck this noise.
Fucking 8 days later, they're like, we give up. We want that fucking bacon.
That's hilarious.
That's what was part of it.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, man.
Well, but to bring this down, where the Comedy Store's at, or not Comedy Store, Comedy Works in Denver, that building, the building over on Larimer, my brother and Klopp and them were at lunch, and some dude just jumped off the top.
Oh, fuck.
The video, they sent me a video. It's horrible.
Oh, no.
Well, people are just like, get down. The guy's up there, and he's like on the ledge, like, get down. Everyone's like, what's he doing up there? And everyone's out with their cell phones, and then it doesn't look that high, but I guess when you belly flop on the Larimer Street, the road, it kind of fucks you up.
Yeah.
It's just like a normal day. And then he just douche. Yeah. Tough day in Denver.
Tough day in Denver, indeed. That's
Yeah, where's the negotiator there? Well, I told you when I was down, not the 110. What's the road that goes to like the highway where there's bridges over it? When you pass by like Lockheed, you pass by Tesla.
I don't know where that is.
No? You know what I'm talking about? It's like
I know exactly
when you want to go to Whittier.
That's Imperial Highway.
Imperial Highway. I'm down Imperial Highway. And I've told this story before, but some dude was going to commit suicide, jump off the bridge there. It's not that high. I mean, you'd really have to just nosedive into the ground.
Yeah. That's not a very high bridge.
Not at all. And he was going to jump off there, but they stopped traffic. And I was like in the front so you could see it. And the negotiators are there. And I mean, we're there for 3-4 hours. And I was just filming it. Like, come on, man, let's do this. And meaning like make a decision.
Yeah.
The old lady behind me gets out. She's 80. Goes, just fucking do it already.
Oh, geez.
Do it. And the people are like, do something.
God
people were upset,
damn.
Vicious.
Yeah, man, I don't want to be late.
Like, how selfish are you? How I got to get home for dinner.
In Boston, I almost missed my gig because a guy was on top of the thing. And then when I finally got back, he was still up there. And they started getting traffic around, but the guy was talking to him. And he was a homeless guy and just holding on to it was so sad.
Those negotiators, it's fascinating.
They're fascinating. And they're so good. And this guy, the way he would talk, like it was so funny because he's just kind of an older guy, and he just
soothing.
And he would explain things. He'd be like, and I can understand that you're really upset here, but we're really worried about you as well.
Yeah, it's soothing.
And you're like, dude, I want to live with you. So
I know.
You can make me coffee. You want some coffee and some pancakes?
I know you have a coffee.
Well, I have psoriasis, but I'll take those pancakes. By the way,
coffee combo.
Oh,
those guys are fascinating.
They're fascinating because they. And he said, he said that there was this area, this police department that had their SWAT team was always working because their citizenry there was a lot of violence. It's probably like a bad area. So I mean, they were in get shootouts and people, all this kind of stuff. SWAT team. So finally, the FBI, they had the FBI come in and they trained their police force in negotiating tactics. Like they taught them some of these things, right? The SWAT team, armed confrontations went down 75% in 1 year.
Jesus.
75%, because when you teach people how to talk to other people.
Does anyone ever get away with those negotiations? Your mother like, I want a helicopter, 17 bars of gold, and a zebra.
He said
never
no.
worked.
He goes like this. He goes. There's no escape. It's never going to happen.
You're never getting out.
You never. But sometimes what they do is this. So he'll get on the phone.
Get out alive.
Yeah, but he'll get on the phone. They'll go like this. This is what a lot of people in hostages. I know what you're trying to do, man. I know what you're trying to do. Don't pull all your psychology on me, bro.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm definitely not doing that. And you know what? You're just trying to earn my trust. And he goes, I am trying to earn your trust. That is exactly what I'm trying to do.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but he goes, but what do you hope to accomplish? Because there's no escape here, right?
If you think about it, it's like, okay, you can commit suicide. Well, what's your agenda here? Let's say you do that.
Yeah.
Or let's say you walk out. Here's your options.
Yeah.
Man. I'm trying to do you solid.
He said the rule is when and we're all like this. He said when your emotions are high, your rationality is low.
Yeah.
And that's how human
That's with
beings
everything.
are.
Right?
I asked him if it works in his marriage. He's been married 43 years. He goes, nope. My wife is like, you're trying to pull that bullshit. Don't.
It doesn't work.
For sure it does.
Am I right, Muhammad Ali saved that dude?
Yeah. I mean, that's what it says here, but then there are people that think it's possibly set up.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, come
People
on.
are dummies.
A huge part of just everything in life is acknowledging somebody's feelings. Like just saying, I see that you're really upset. I can understand it. That helps. That helps in relationships.
They also say people that are going to commit suicide usually don't do warnings and stuff. They just do it.
They just
like the ones that are serious. That's why if they're doing it, you at least have some hope if you're a negotiator.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if they're serious, they do it. They wouldn't look for all this attention and news and cameras and helicopters. And they're going to do it.
They're going to do it.
Some scary shit,
I
man.
agree with that. Yeah, man. I don't know.
I think it's fascinating. The negotiators fascinating. I also think it's fascinating the people that can go around talking to serial killers.
That's the most incredible
That'd be such
thing.
a
But
weird
you know what they
gig.
say about them? So the main thing with serial killers, no matter how fucked up they are, they want to know why they're like this.
Oh, I'm sure.
They
don't know why either.
Yep. I told you about the guy Richard Walter, who was doing a profile. He's the guy who created the double helix, and he was giving a seminar.
Oh, yeah, he said,
And the serial killer came
Showed
in,
up.
and they were like, get him out of here. He's a suspect.
Is there any current serial killers?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yes.
Google
yes,
that.
Yes. First of all, they
I remember
think
the last one was the sniper
the bomber
shooting. The bombing in Austin.
They think he's definitely one. 9 current serial killers at large.
Where?
2017.
Long Island Killer, that's right. That guy with that
Long
guy's
Island
awful.
Killer. Jeff Davis, 8 killers. Daytona Beach. I'm headed to Florida this
Ooh,
weekend.
is that real? Look at that.
That can't be real.
Might be.
That's pretty real, Jen. Hey, so, all right, Daytona, check. I'm going to be over there. If I go missing, remember,
The B1 butcher?
Where's that
The
at?
headless body of blah, 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 27-year-old sex worker was found. Yeah.
South Africa.
South Africa. Okay, not worried about that.
The Maryvale shooter.
Where's that
Arizona.
at? Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Kind of close.
The West Mesa bone collector. A woman out walk with her dog discovered what believed to be a human femur.
The
Albuquerque,
Brazil's
Mexico.
rainbow maniac? He's probably killing gay
Let me
people.
see.
The
Highway
Johannesburg
serial
killer.
killer.
All right, that's far. Highway serial killings.
Yep.
God, you know what? This keep me up at night.
Oh, man, there's some bad people. That's why you never take a nap in your car.
Are you serious?
I don't know. On the side of the road, fuck off. I'm not ready for that. Wake up and somebody's stabbing you. The serial killer thing is like so hard to deal with because it's true evil. And mainly serial killers get excited. They get off on the killing. Most people kill like mafia guys or whatever. They kill because
There's a job or there's
you gotta get rid of
passion.
somebody. You got to get rid of somebody. Yeah, or passion. Then there are the people that get off on killing. Those are the guys who the act of killing. That's why they get torture. That's why they drink your blood.
Hold up, this is the real life Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's real.
That was based on a real story.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Well, there you go. Nice guy. Oh, look at him. He doesn't look like a serial killer, does he?
I'll tell you what, one of the best horror movies of all time. The one Jessica Biel's in.
Kind of a rugged, handsome guy with a strong jaw and
He could get me into his van.
Oh yeah.
If he had some low acid coffee.
Well, the scary thing is they make it
good and plenty's. I'd suck his dick.
They make it their job. They how they set the traps. It becomes a full-time job for people. You know, it's like
how do
what
they
they
make
get off
money?
on. They usually have odd jobs, or they have like a
handyman,
or they'll do like or they have a job like they're engineers or something. It's really weird. You know, like sometimes you'll hear like a guy will have. There was one guy who had an antique shop. Yep, another guy had trinkets, selling trinkets. Yeah,
sure.
Whatever it is. Hardware store. They think that the Zodiac killer worked at a hardware store. When
they still never caught him, right? Great movie.
Never
Jake
caught him.
Gyllenhaal.
I read that fucking script. That was amazing.
Great movie. They never caught the
Never
Zodiac
caught him,
killer,
but they
right?
think they know who it was. It was based on one guy's obsession with finding him, and died of a heart attack. But found him in a fucking hardware store. I think in California.
God, how crazy would that be to be one of those like infamous serial killers, and then you don't get caught? It'd be hard if you like became friends with somebody, like having a couple of beers, right? And you're like,
well,
hey man, you ever heard of the Zodiac killer? Like, yeah, that shit was crazy, right? Like, crazy, right? Yeah, crazy. You're looking at him.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
You're looking at him.
Here's what's really fucked up.
How hard would that be not to fucking...
Here's what's really fucked up is that they tend to be fine with like you and I because it doesn't turn them on to kill us. They're more into killing something, you know, they have a profile they want to kill.
What if their profile is big guys?
Then you're fucking going, they're going to be a bunch of Cadbury eggs in a van.
And just a pot of coffee.
That's right.
Is that low acidic? He's like, it is. We don't want to bother anyone's stomach. Like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Those are Cadbury eggs? Yeah. And you peeled them for me already? Because I fucking hate peeling. Correct. Is that a box of Good and Plenty's? All right, man.
Yep.
Boom.
And then he's eating you the way you eat an elk, and you're delicious.
God, some creepy shit out there.
That's what you do. Sometimes they'll eat you. There are plenty of serial killers who are also cannibals, and apparently the psychological profile is that they want power over you is not enough. They want so much power that they consume you.
Yeah, that's what Ted Bundy thought, right?
That's good stuff.
Hey, are me and Bryan getting dark lately, Chin? I feel like we've been going down dark roads.
It's kind of
lately.
fascinating, though.
Is it because we're getting sick?
We're dying.
Is it that?
Yeah, my skin's
I
exploding.
told you and this made me feel kind of like shit. My father was out here because I was moving last week, and he was out here helping, and he's just the biggest handyman ever. And for whatever reason, you know, he's with my brother a ton because my brother still lives in Denver. I see my dad every 3 months because I have my son now, so he wants to see his grandson, Tiger, and all that. But we'll talk. I check in, stuff like that. And he saw me do comedy for the first time at the Comedy Works in Denver, all that. But we don't talk a ton, you know. We used to be super close. He still loves me, but we're in the car together, and he's been with Joanna and my stepmom, and he talks to them nonstop. And then it's never been just me and him alone. Then we're driving the car together, it's just silence. I'm like, I should probably put on the radio or something. So I put on the radio, and then we're driving. I'm like, and I could tell my dad's trying to search for something. He goes, that Conor McGregor, man. That Conor McGregor. And I'm all, oh, God, he's reaching for that fight talk. Jesus. And nothing drives me more crazy. It's my job to talk about it, so I don't like to talk about it. But I can tell he wants to, you know, just get dialogue with his son. He goes, that Conor McGregor. And I go, yeah. What about him? He goes, yeah. Oh, he's going to fight soon, huh? I'm like, no. And, you know, he's just trying. I'm like, no, he's not, Dad. Here, how are you doing? You know, just trying to get something going. I was going to take him to the gym or something. And then it's just dead silence again. It's kind of awkward. And it's hard to make me awkward, man. And then he just goes, hey, a terrible person. This made me feel like shit too. He goes, hey, I just want you to know, we know how busy you are, and it's tough and all that stuff. Your grandma's dying. And I went, how old is she? This shows you how fucked up I am. I go, how old is she? He goes, 97. I went, holy shit, what a run.
What a
great run.
That's a great run.
My dad goes, it has been a good run. You know, she's overweight and stuff to get her going. And I don't know how much longer she has. And my dad's, out of 13 kids, is the one who takes care of her and helps her out. And he goes, she who knows how long she's going to have, but not long. And I want you to know, when I call you and let you know she's passed, don't feel obligated to go to the funeral. Because we know it's tough for you to get out here, and it's not that big of a deal for you. And he was trying, I think, to
give you
to give me that pass, but at the same time, it made me feel like shit.
Yeah, I was very close to my grandmother. I was doing a play in Sacramento, and I didn't go to the. She's already dead.
Well, when my grandma died, who was my mom's mom. I was super close with her. Anytime I was getting sick, my mom would drop me off at her house. She was born and raised in England. She's
like your mother.
Yeah, she did all the, as far as English culture and the tea I drink every night and the cussing. She was like the Osbournes, like cussing and just their hardcore mentality, man. Shit talking, like they'd always bust your balls. That's where I get the gift for the gab.
Taking a piss.
I got all that from my grandma and my uncle, and they would always drop me and my brother off over there. So when she passed away, and before she did, I would go to the hospital and I'd see her a ton. And then I was in training camp against, I think, Mitrione. I was in training camp and I was like 3 weeks away from the fight, and I was in LA, living in LA at the time. She passed away, and my Aunt Nubby called me and told me, my mom told me, my brother called me and told me, and I was like, fuck, man, I'm in the middle of the biggest fight of my life. And I'm like, what would Gran want me to do? And I didn't go. I was like, I know her. She'd like, what?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. For what? I'm already gone.
Exactly.
Now and I called my mom and told her that. I called my brother, like, we understand. That makes sense. You got this big fight. The rest of the family did not understand. A lot of them don't talk to me anymore.
Really?
No, a lot of them still hold resentment against me for it.
Oof.
They just don't understand.
Yeah.
But it's more for them than Grant.
I
It's like paying respects. You're talking about how I cried for 3 days, paying respect. You're talking about how, everyone deals with it different. And also, with the funerals, it's
I wouldn't take it personally.
If you need money, if you need me to pay for it, that's your guy's thing. Gran doesn't need the money; she's gone. So if you need help with the payment, I got you. Whatever. But as far as my respect to her, God, my entire life has been respect. If you think by showing up for one day when you guys 100%. Bury is the way that she thinks is your way of showing respect, you're wrong.
When my grandmother died, I felt like I had gotten so much out of that relationship, both my grandmother and my grandfather. Like I got a lot out of that relationship, and I did my job as a grandson. Like there was a lot of affection and love and a lot of joy.
So
when they died, I didn't feel that sad.
Yeah,
I felt guilty about being sad because they had such a great run, such a great life, and they died on their own terms.
My dad's mom's very religious, and it might be my qualms with super religious people. She's super religious, super Catholic, and obviously 13 kids. Fuck. Birth control and all that. It's God's way. So it's 13 kids. Wow. So with that, she was super religious, so she was very judgmental. So against with us fighting, that's not God's way. That's not God's way.
Yeah. My
My brother and I would when we have beards. Oh, you look like Jesus. It's all right, Jesus Christ. Yeah. So there's
in a good way or in a bad way.
In a bad way.
You're a muscular Jesus.
Muscular. Well, we don't know. He was pretty shredded and tan.
He had my body if I don't work out.
And tan.
Yeah, because when I don't work out, I get skinny. I get Christian chicks love me when I'm not working out.
But I forget where I was going this for you.
She was really religious.
Oh, and then my Uncle Pax, because he was older and she was super judgmental towards him. Well, Uncle Pax is my ride or die. So she didn't like Pax. Well, if you don't like Pax, I don't like you. Yeah. So that's how that went down.
Pax was a real character. You showed me that email he sent you.
Yeah.
After he saw you perform for the first time. It was amazing.
Cobbs, right?
Yeah.
Smart man, too. Broke it down.
Yeah. Very much so. Really wild.
Yeah, but funerals are weird. That was the
funerals are weird. You didn't go to Pax's funeral, right?
I did.
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
In San Francisco. This is the way Pax did it. They didn't have your traditional funeral. They had he was part of the Polar Bear Club in Fisherman's Wharf, and it was a very elite club. And they'd swim, around Alcatraz and do all this stuff. And he actually raced a tugboat. He was swimming, or he was on foot and swimming, and beat a tugboat from Catalina, Alaska. So he was crazy. Christ. He loved to run. Hilarious. That's why I love to run. I got it from him. He loved long distance. He had his own marathon, all that shit. And there's documentaries on it. But he lived a life. He didn't have. Fuck sakes, did he ever? He didn't have a funeral. He had like a celebration, and he had all these awards from running and from college football and boxing, the Olympics, and all this stuff. And it consumed the house. So my aunt and they decided that he was going to have a celebration. There's food, there's a stage, and all his close friends and family, and then all his awards and all his paintings and sculptures were around, and you could go up and take it.
Damn,
the friends could take it to remember him. I took his this golden trophy it's the center of my house, and it's a golden trophy when he won Mr. Universe's Pax Beal Mr. Venice.
His name was Pax.
Pax.
That's his real name.
Pax, yeah, and that's my son's middle name.
Pax is a wild name.
But that's the way to do it.
Hell
and the people
yeah.
would get up and talk. Like I went to that.
Hell
Cried like
yes.
a fucking
Hell
baby.
yes.
Yeah. But that was the way to do it.
I agree 100%.
Yeah,
It's, I walked my grandmother was not very she wasn't very sentimental. She goes, well, this thing for the afterlife, if there is one. And then I had to walk her, my grandfather had an open casket. By the way, hey, fuck open caskets. I didn't recognize my grandfather at all. I was like, who's the wax statue in there? And first of all, I didn't look. The whole thing was a disaster, but it doesn't matter. So I walk her, and she was going to say goodbye as they close the casket and stuff like that. And my grandmother was just so amazing. She goes, I go, you want to go? She goes, oh boy. Walks over, says her little thing. That was it. Cried a little bit. Cried like she had a cold.
Imagine being the person who gets those bodies ready. That's a weird gig.
And also there is.
You have sex with the bodies.
Well, there's ample evidence that
Don't let me catch you.
People that get into that and who volunteer to work there sometimes can. Yeah.
Don't let me catch you trying to rehabilitate my grandma by fucking.
It's probably more common than we think, right?
No, you think?
I do. I actually do.
Disgusting.
I think that we as human beings put ourselves in positions. Well, let me ask you something. Why do you want to be around dead bodies all the time? Honestly, it's a very important function. I'm not saying that
someone has to do it.
Some mortuaries are passed down, their family run businesses, but I'm just asking you, sir. I'm asking you. I mean, I'm talking about the guy who chooses that line of work.
Yeah, but that's like saying, why do you want to be around kids all the time? Why do you want to be the Santa Claus?
Well, kids are a little bit different. Here's why. Kids, I can make a difference. I can actually make a difference in someone's life when it really counts.
Some of them.
Correct. If I'm a
why do you want to be the Easter bunny next Sunday or whatever?
See, now you're asking important questions. You're asking important questions.
Oh, I've never trusted him since I was a kid. You know,
you're a man in your 30s and you're a camp counselor for boys. What's really? Can we talk about that for a sec? Because I don't want to be personally being around. I don't know. Let's call it 9-10-year-old. I got a shelf life of 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Get me the fuck
Especially
out of there.
10 of them.
I'm exhausted.
I got to teach them tie knots. I'm not going to the middle of the fucking desert.
I love the Boy Scouts. I think it's awesome. I think the Weeblos, the Cub Scouts, so fucking important.
What? I don't trust those counselors. Well, I'll tell you that right now. Well, it bothers me. That's your agenda.
It's
and I'm not saying all of them.
It's why let's just give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but it's definitely why you don't have one guy alone with all those boys. Or one guy alone with one boy. You just
trust
err
small Santas.
Err on the side of caution.
Boy Scout older dudes who've been doing it way too long.
Err on the side of caution.
Yeah, it's for sure.
All gynecologists are going to have a nurse in the room when they're examining.
Got to.
You know,
mall bunnies. The mall bunny. It's weird shit, man.
Yeah, clowns in their 50s.
Clowns don't really exist anymore, though, do they?
Saw one. Absolutely saw one at the mall, the outdoor mall. He was blowing balloons. I have
on 3rd Street?
That's right, sir. In his 50s.
Yeah, those guys are there, but they're just crazy and they can't come up with a new fucking bit. So
they're hiding behind paint. They might be. They might have lived in. Something's wrong.
I'll tell you what. I enjoy a good robot, man. I enjoy those when they paint their entire skin, which that must take forever. All silver,
long time.
And then have you seen the Spartan?
Back.
Have you seen the Spartan?
Yeah.
He stands there until you do something. He's all.
Yep.
I respect that hustle.
Yeah, that's not easy. That's hustle.
Should we do some current events before we talk about more death and fucking dead bodies?
Yeah. Let's do some current events.
We usually piss for current events.
Let's go pee. I gotta pee.
Okay.
Again, I gotta pee.
God, if you guys want to stab your eyes out, we have to take a break because Bryan talked to his doctor. I've lost, I want to say 20% respect for you.
Fuck off.
I want to talk about the biggest pussy I've ever heard.
All I did was talk to her about why I'm breaking out.
What if I have
and
this?
She said I have. No, that was a joke. I went.
That was not a joke.
Hold on.
You were dead serious.
No,
You're trying to defend yourself.
I went on WebMD, and don't go on WebMD because they'll tell you have cancer, all kinds of shit. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? When your body breaks out into the
hypochondriac. A little bit.
Not really.
A little bit.
I'm not.
You went to the doctor and you had a bump on your nose.
If I was a hypochondriac, I would have taken all the medicine.
No,
it took me forever to go see the doctor. I didn't even. By the way, how about this? This is how much of a hypochondriac I am. Ready? I haven't been to the dermatologist because we have to shoot something. We got to do a podcast. I would have shut everything down, but I'm not going to do that. In fact, I'm not going to the dermatologist at all. I got a call.
You're a little bit you're a little worried about it.
Well, no, the only thing that bothered me is it was getting worse and worse.
Because
and
but you're not
can't-
taking anything for
Yeah.
it.
Well,
you thought by changing your diet,
because everything I read
says
says it kind of works. They go, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Oh, okay. I mean, how about I change my diet?
as long as it doesn't. Well, for the long term, the diet.
Yeah.
Just take the pills.
No, by the way, she said don't do it because it causes
This one-
prednisone
Can I
causes
tell
it to
you
be
the red
worse.
flag with your doctor?
Yeah.
You want to hear the red flag?
Yeah.
Don't take those pills. Take vitamin C if
No,
you're
she didn't
feeling a little
say
sick. You should take lots of vitamin C.
No, you missed it. No, she said.
I swear on my life, she said
No.
take vitamin
She
C.
never mentioned vitamin C. She never mentioned it.
Brian, look at me.
She said Taclinex.
Nope.
Taclinex.
Chin, did she
said
not say
vitamin
take
C.
lots of vitamin C?
She's like, take extra vitamin C.
Take extra vitamin
I didn't
C.
hear that.
That's a
No,
huge red
vitamin
flag.
D or vitamin C?
C. Me and Chin both aren't wrong here, brother.
No, but she's been practicing forever. She said Taclinex. That's really what I got to do.
No, she said that, but then she said you're feeling on to take vitamin C. That's proven to be a hoax.
I was sick or something.
That's proven to be a hoax.
Yeah. No, she's a very good dermatologist. Who's that?
Aubrey O'Day.
Let's go back to this. Hey, let's get off my psoriasis.
Yeah, let's get to UV. God, dog. I can't.
Ooh.
Don't ever call a doctor on me again. Oh,
I don't know why.
What do you got, Chin?
I was asking questions.
oh my God. What do you got?
I'm just looking at this. All right.
You just trying to jack
I am
off?
too. Let's see who that is.
She was Pauly D's girlfriend.
She looks all natural.
Yeah, she
Jersey
was.
Shore, yeah.
They went to they did a reality show together too.
Yeah, it was a bit of a train wreck. I think they're on like couples something reality
Yeah.
show.
I mean, like when you see a girl
What
like
about
that,
her,
don't
though?
you almost like automatic default? You're like, well, it's a little bit like, hey, it burns when I pee. Well, that's not normal. I see that.
You're
and I
saying
go,
with her?
Yeah, you go beautiful, but like I'm looking at all the pictures, not just that one. I'm like, that's not somebody I'm going to get into a heavy relationship with and move her in. I mean, chances are you're going to run into some issues.
But why are you bringing this up, Chin?
No, I was just looking at it. But I think she was with Diddy too. She was with P Diddy a while back.
When you say with, that means she's just
Probably
slanging
just-
dick.
yeah.
P. Diddy never claimed her.
Go ahead and let me see some more pictures of her.
But why are there pictures of her? Just
This is Barstool. They're talking about her having an affair with Donald Trump Jr. while he was with his wife. So it's just rumor talk.
Yeah.
But if you want to see more pictures of her,
Yeah.
well,
I mean, yeah, for research. I want to see. She's had no work.
she was
done.
way, way prettier before.
was
I
she
think.
a singer too, right?
Yeah, she was in a group.
Oh, she was in.
That's her with Pauly D. So that's how she used to look.
really pretty.
Yeah.
Really pretty.
What band was she in? She was on She's on P. Diddy's band.
Yeah.
That's how
they
she.
met.
That's her connection. P. Diddy.
But she looks so different now, though, right? I mean, how old is she?
She had a ton of work done.
A lot
Let's
of
see
work,
what band
right?
she was with real quick.
What's the other band they created? They broke up.
Yeah. So Fifth Harmony.
Fifth
is the
Harmony
new one.
broke up. She was in Fifth Harmony.
No.
No. Fifth Harmony broke up though.
Yeah. That's
Making the
it's gonna be
band. Danny
Making the band-
Kane.
Making the band 3.
Did you ever see Making It the band with P. Diddy?
No.
And he'd be like, you guys want Making the Business? You got to do whatever it takes. I like cheesecake. They were in Manhattan, and you'd have to walk to like the Bronx. And it was like, I forget, it was like midnight. He'd be like, I want cheesecake. Y'all need to give me my cheesecake. You have 4 hours to get it done. And you'd look at the map and be like, and it's going to take about 4 hours. If it's not 4 hours, all you are fired. They're like, what? They freak out and they go do it. And it's dangerous too. They'd be in heels.
Did you ever see when you were in college?
It's my
did you
favorite show.
Did you have dudes running?
Dylon.
Pledging frats. Do you ever have that where they would do crazy
but
shit?
no.
You didn't have that in your college?
Well, there's frats at CU, but
did
we
they
made
have
fun of
hazing?
them. For sure.
My God, you'd see these
Were you
guys.
in a frat or no?
Do I look like they came to me and said they're like, hey, do you
look
want to be in a
ideal.
frat? I go, nah, that's okay.
I'll start my own.
I ain't doing that shit.
I'll start my own.
Oh, what do I have to do? Run around with a towel on my head for 3
Well,
weeks?
kids die during those hazing.
It's just so
Oh, here it is. Dylon. Oh my God, that show was great. And they would rap. Oh my God. No one ever made it from the show, but it was fucking classic. It was basically
remember
P.
this
Diddy
now.
just showing how much better he is than these kids and make them do horrible shit and then tried to put them on tour. And all of them had serious problems.
well, yeah.
You had to kick people off. It was
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah. There's a certain way to live. And
What do you got, Chin?
All right. Well, speaking of those bands, Fifth Harmony broke up today.
no,
Yes.
no, why? Let's cry together. Ready? That's That's a
all
whale.
to pursue solo careers.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
I wonder what the odds are. Well, you know what they're doing is, I think her name's Camila. You know that?
Camila Cabello.
What's her name?
Camila Cabello.
Yeah, she has that song,
I couldn't be more
Havana.
Havana.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. In Havana. So anyways, she's fucking killing it. So they're probably like, look at her. Oh, we're all going to go individual
Never works.
now.
Never works.
That Camilla's the one.
There's always one.
It was the one. She's the Beyonce
Justin
of
Timberlake,
your group.
Beyonce.
She's the Justin Timberlake of your
Always
group.
one.
Not all you are going to make it. Matter of fact, none of you.
When I was doing Matt TV, they pulled a couple of us aside. They go, look, we know you guys are going to be the breakout characters. These other guys are not. And I was like, are you talking to me like this? First of all, they're all more talented than I am, and I never was the breakout character. Let's keep going.
Interesting story for you.
She's beautiful, by the way.
Oh, she's killing it, too.
simply
She's
adorable.
destroying it right now,
She's
too.
killing
Well,
it.
she's fucking adorable.
And now the other girls are trying to do it too. She's young. Too,
I wonder if she's
21.
into 51-year-olds who look like a pineapple.
Maybe.
Hey, baby, I got good news and
What
bad
else
news.
you got, Jen?
Good news is I'm 51 and I got a lot of wisdom. Bad news is
They had a big ass fall and they were winning a shitload of awards and they just break up.
They had a problem with her, so she
bounced.
left. She bounced, and then now they're all.
And then there was only 4 of them, yet they still referred to themselves as Fifth Harmony when they should refer to themselves as Fourth Harmony.
she's she probably started to realize that people get in your
She was
ear.
like, "You guys suck."
People get in your ear. Agents, people get in your ear, right?
But it's very evident if there's a more talented one like Beyonce. She's like, God, I could keep doing this touring with you 3, or I could just make all the money myself and fuck you guys.
You know, it'd be like if we had this amazing podcast and all of a sudden, you just go off and you sign with CIA and they give you your own you get your own podcast. That's all good, and then you have your own show on Showtime. Good. Congratulations! And then I got to fly to New York. What for Showtime? No, you got 3 things going on. What about me? Anyway,
You're
sorry.
Kelly Rowland, I'm Beyonce.
That's exactly what's fucking. You know what?
Kelly Rowland's hot.
You're the
though.
fucking. I'm not though. Is Kelly Rowland covered in psoriasis? Is she covered in Gupta psoriasis or whatever you call it? Fuck, man, this is not good.
But also remember, like that Fifth Harmony, it was like a competition. They were formed like, oh, here, you guys are friends tour. Like, we don't fucking like each other, but we'll do it for business. Chin, you know how the dynamics, like, that's why when you look at like Aerosmith, Rolling Stones, Bruce Springsteen, like these bands that travel together, Blink 182, obviously their guy dips out, but these bands who do it for so many years in Metallica, and there's all these different dynamics. How they do it, man, is unbelievable.
I think especially for girls. I think with girls, it's
They'd
even
just be catty.
10 times harder.
Because girls be like, I don't get along with girls. I have more guy friends. Dick. When I hear that, dick.
That is so true.
Girls, I just don't relate to them. They're so catty. They're haters too. Very cool. Dick.
100%.
I get along with guys better. Oh, cool. Anal.
I agree.
That's the way my mind works when I hear that.
I think you're right. And those girls are my favorite. So there I said.
Yeah, I'm like, I hear you. I don't have any guy
Well, I
friends.
would
I have
like-
all girl
how
friends.
about we date?
Are we the same? Dick.
Yeah.
Hey,
Now,
Chin.
I know you fucked all your friends, all the guys you hang out with. You fucked them at least once. You're going to deny it, but we all know that you have.
We all know the truth.
That's okay.
Chin, when you were in a band, was there some dynamics where you guys just, there was trouble?
You know what's weird? The one guy that was trouble for us, like he didn't practice as much as we wanted, was the guy that made it huge.
Oh, that's because, you ready? He's the talented one.
Seriously.
Because he was the talented one.
But he didn't yet. I
He
was
was like, what? Nah, man.
But
fuck that.
we always got along. But the only thing I was pissed off about was like if they didn't come in. Well, there's 2 people in the group. So the really super talented one, JR, and then another guy, Jimmy, who just didn't practice as much.
Yeah.
So Jimmy didn't practice as much, so I knew he didn't practice. And we all sounded kind of bad because of one person. So that kind of bummed me out. So I got pissed off at that stuff.
That's
But
fair, though.
JR just didn't show up.
I've always looked at it as fair. Like,
As what?
as fair. Like the person that hustles and works the smartest. And like, I knew you were going to be successful. I knew right away. As soon as we started doing the podcast, I was watching the way you were running the business and thinking about shit I don't think about. And I was like, and I mean, I said that to you. I said, you play your cards right and you could be a fucking real star.
I mean, you got a long ways to go.
I know
man.
that.
You guys
I know
are
that.
talking like that.
No. But I'm saying,
I
know, but your success in the business, and I say this to people all the time, it's actually an important thing.
But a lot of people work hard,
though. I'm sorry.
A lot of people
First
do
of
work
all,
hard.
No.
You can't just say I'm success because I work hard.
No, there's a difference. So it's working hard could be like moving a rock from here to there over and over. it's not that you're working hard. You show up every day and you grind. There's no question about that. You're comfortable in that routine, but you're also sitting down and thinking and studying the landscape and saying, what needs to change? How do I need to adjust my approach? And that's just a fact. I see you do it all the time. Yeah. You're watching Kevin Hart. You're watching other people. You're talking to people who've been here for a long time. Talk to me. You're always taking in information and you're adjusting your approach. So, that's never been a surprise to me. I told you a long time ago. I said, watching you do it with this, I was like, that's kind of a habit. That's a culture that you've assimilated. That's a mindset. And success is a fucking mindset, man. It just is. Transformation happens in your brain. Fuck yes, man. And working smart. I don't know.
Got a long ways to go, though. You guys are talking like I'm Camila Cabello or whatever the fuck your name is.
I'll tell you what you've done to me. Is now that I have I wear my cool shoes.
Those boots are nice.
I saw a dude. I was doing stand up last night, and he had shoes on. I can't believe I'm this guy. And he had these big shit shoes on, and he had white laces that were hanging and dragging on the ground. God. And he was probably every bit of 33.
Good comment.
And I went, he's all right. Yeah. And I went, and I just looked at him and I go, you, sir, need to change your shoes. I can't have you wearing those fucking shoes.
What did
it
you say?
Was a problem.
You start laughing?
I thought, yeah. I go, but girls are not going to like you. And it's just, they're not going to.
I'm trying to do you a solid here.
Yeah.
Shoes are one of the first thing women judge, by the way.
Yes, exactly.
And me. What else you got, Jen?
All right. This is the ski lift I was talking about.
Ski lift.
This is in Georgia, but Russia, Georgia.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So it's
in Russia.
Yeah.
It's where Stalin came from.
So what happens?
Now
check this ski lift malfunction out, and it's so terrifying. I've never seen something like this that was this terrifying. So you know how they lift you down?
Fuck. Oh, it's moving.
It's moving.
Why is it moving so fast? It's on turbo mode?
Engine malfunction.
Oh, fuck.
Computer malfunction.
Damn, are those people okay down there?
We'll keep checking it out. Keep looking at this.
Boom. It keeps hitting them.
Get down.
So everyone's telling them, jump off, because it's getting crazier and crazier on the other side of it. So you see this?
Oh, fuck.
They're flying.
Whoa, you definitely want to get off at you want to jump at when it goes.
Yeah,
you want to jump?
They are.
There.
But they have no idea. They just see something crazy happening. And it gets even worse. Look at this.
I saw one gangster jump hella early.
Die this way. Jump, boy, jump.
Yeah, see that?
Oh, fuck.
Disaster.
So these guys are smart.
they're jumping hella early.
Yeah.
See, don't jump that early. Jump,
little kids.
Oh, fuck, bro. Holy shit. Do we know what happened, Chin, with these people?
No. So that was,
don't want to see that again.
Oh, that's awful. Fuck, get the kids off. Get the little kids off.
God,
you got to get the kids off.
They're all right.
No one, I heard of no deaths.
Couple brain trauma,
all
probably.
Right, thank God.
Few concussed.
Whew. That could be such a horrible thing to watch. Motherfucker.
Ugh.
So they're investigating the manufacturer right now.
You got to get, I don't know what you do there.
Hell yeah.
What do you do?
What's like that bridge that collapsed in Florida? They built it in 6 hours. They they built it faster than they should. 6 hours, and even they're like, God, I don't know, man.
Jesus Christ.
And then they open up the people, and then six people die or how the fuck.
No,
it's ridiculous. Let's put a little more time into our bridge.
You seen those root bridges where they build, like it's the wettest place on earth?
Root?
And they build bridges out of the roots of trees, and they can carry like 35 people at a time. It's fucking wild. There you go. Don't you love Google? What did we do without Google?
Oh, like in the forest?
Look at that. That's they just start with bamboo scaffolding. They start growing the roots, and in like 20 years, you got a bridge.
Look forward to that.
That takes a long time.
Yeah, you better look forward to it.
20, 30 years.
Hey, 20 years, 30 years, we're passing this bad boy.
That's right.
Or we can just walk across the shallow water.
Wettest place on the earth. Wettest place on earth. It's pretty wild.
What else you got, Jen?
All right. People have been sending me this one. A father of a kid with Down syndrome. So this kid with Down syndrome, he's a Boy Scout, and his dream is to become an Eagle Scout.
Love it.
And then the organization allowed him to get up the ranks, and then he did a project to where he would earn enough merit badges to become an Eagle Scout. And then finally, when he got to that point, they rejected it. They say he can't be an Eagle Scout.
Why?
Because he's not going through the proper protocols to become a real Eagle Scout.
Hey, fuck off, Cub Scouts. Yeah. You guys need all the pressure you can handle in your dying fucking organization. Like do the kid a favor, man. Look at all those goddamn badges.
It's probably a little bit more complicated, and they're probably
it's the Boy Scouts.
They're probably really nice to him, and they've probably been supportive of us. But the Eagle Scout.
Okay, so you let him have an Eagle Scout. Is it the end of the world?
I can't.
Oh, fuck off. No. You know what? And Boy Scouts, you guys are out of Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, you guys are the shittiest division.
Hey.
You guys don't even make cookies, for God's sakes. You ever had a Boy Scout cookie? I haven't. I've had a delicious Girl Scout cookie.
I don't like your attitude. Listen.
No, fuck them and not letting them put that kid in the Eagle Scout.
I appreciate the badges. Can't let you get you.
That's fucked up, man.
Listen to me. Listen. You can't.
I get skepto-hippoized that whole division. Anyways.
Being an Eagle, look, he's got a lot of badges, and he's
earned it.
He's earned it. He's done a great job.
Also, don't honey dick the kid. It's been his life goal, and he gets to the top. They're like, you know what? Nah. This is the highest honor we can have.
Well, there's a limit.
You know what? You're a bad person. You're a bad person.
Look, listen.
Hey, real quick. You side with the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts. Says a lot about a man. You Boy Scout, you Girl Scout.
I'm not in a court of law, and I don't have to answer that question.
No, let's just say you have to pick a side, boy. One makes delicious cookies. They invented the Thin Mint. The other does nothing but rob my man here.
Tie knots, and they build fires.
Fuck that noise.
Tie knots, and they're good citizens. They clean parks.
You mean organize camping and shit?
Yeah.
And we all get to wear a suit?
I'm Girl Scout.
Yeah, there you go. Girl Scouts. Do the
I have some Thin Mints there if you
want. My daughter's a Girl Scout.
What Thin Mints?
Right there.
Why are they in a silver package?
That's how they come.
Nah, not mine.
Hey,
what are you talking about?
You get those in Koreatown?
No.
Where do you get those Thin Mints from?
I'm at a Stater Brothers, in front of a Stater Brothers.
I can't eat them. I have psoriasis.
Are they in a green package?
Yeah.
So they had Girl Scout logos on them?
Yeah.
I've never seen them in a silver package, Jen.
Try it.
I'm on a diet, bro. I get my meals delivered now. It's all I eat. Right, it's on that meal box. I ain't eating it.
All right.
My daughter goes, this weekend.
I appreciate it, though. Did you freeze them?
I did. Everyone told me to freeze them. They do taste a little better.
Did you get Samoas, too?
No.
Tagalongs?
S'mores.
No. I got s'mores.
Man, you know your Girl Scout
they didn't have
cookies.
Them. They ran out or something.
You like your sweets, bro.
Ah, fuck yeah. I'm a goddamn American. Girl Scout cookies?
My daughter's
when
a Girl
Chin told me to
Scout.
have Girl Scout cookies, I got pissed.
Well, let me tell you, what would you do in this? My daughter's a Girl Scout. So they said, anybody with a cough, you just don't come because there's 7 kids to a tent.
Yeah, that's fair.
So sure enough, there's two scout leaders. They're women. Their daughters couldn't come. They were crying, but they were sick. And they're like, can't do it. Kid shows up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Mom goes, gives her, here's your cough medicine, don't forget. She goes, does she have a cough? She goes, no, she's fine. She's getting over it. My daughter's missed 2 days of school because she came home that next day. I was like, who brought the fucking seal? Is there a seal up in my
that's a shitty
bedroom?
Parenting. Like, I take my kid to that.
Oh, my God. I was like, give me a break.
I take my kid to that play place, and there's a kid who just sniffles McGee, snot bubbles. The nanny's doing a shitty job. The rich mom's doing a shitty job. Yeah. And I'll just look, and if he's around him or the kid's super sick, we just dip out. I can't have him getting sick. I don't want to get sick. I want to look at that mom and go, you know what? Fuck you. How about that?
Dude, your kid, my wife is obsessed with it. He's
cute.
Fucking cute.
He's a rough one.
Oh, yeah, he's a rough one.
He likes to wrestle.
His son.
He likes to wrestle.
His son is
all boy.
He's all boy. Like, you throw a ball at him. I'm not joking. You throw a Nerf ball at his face, and it's not a soft one. Okay? Listen, all children that I've seen turn their face away or they squint. The kid's eyes are fucking wide open. They are lanterns right in the face. Boom. Catches it or doesn't. Comes back for more. Hurling his entire body against the couch, falling off the couch, hitting you
He's
with
like Johnny Knoxville.
Throwing combos.
Yeah, we watched the NCAA wrestling finals, and then he decided to attack me.
Yeah, he's got delts. He's
all boy.
And a chest.
It's trouble. What else you got, Jen? Give this kid his goddamn Eagle badge.
Yeah, for sure.
Can't do it.
Do you remember this kid, the Affluenza teen? His
hair's a problem.
He did it. What?
Oh.
The Affluenza teen?
Yeah, so he was in a drunk driving accident where he killed 4 people. And his defense, because he comes from a super rich, crazy rich family, his law defense said it's affluenza. He has no idea what's right, what's wrong.
Yeah.
So anyways, turns out he got like a way lighter sentence than he should have.
Wow.
He should have had like 20 years in prison.
What state is this in?
Texas, I believe it was.
Yeah. Wow, Texas, really?
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of money in Texas, oil money.
I know, but I'm saying they're usually pretty stern in Texas now.
Look, man, his life is done
Gross
anyway,
and
so it's like...
Well, so he's going to be out in 2 weeks.
God's punishing with that.
He was
haircut and
16
that
years
facial
old.
hair.
We should all take into account. He was 16 years old. He
Yeah.
got drunk and got behind the wheel. Could have happened to anybody. He's 16. He got.
There has to be
he was drunk.
repercussions, though. You killed 4 innocent
He
people.
did 4 years in jail.
4?
Did 4
And
years
he's 16,
in jail.
so he's 20 now?
What I'm saying is that the fact of the matter is 4 people is unacceptable. But
no, he
you
served 2 years, Brian.
You can put him in jail
2 years.
forever, or you can, I don't know.
So I do remember.
I think he has to deal with the guilt and all the stuff that comes with having killed 4 people. He's going to be in court for a long time, probably with lawsuits.
I don't think you throw him away forever. I don't think you give him 2 years, though.
No. The thing is, when you're 16, what you have to say is that catastrophe happened, but at the same time, he was a 16-year-old who was drunk who got into a car and drove. How many people have done that? Right?
I didn't do that at 16.
I didn't either, but I'm saying a lot of people have, and it doesn't mean that they deserve to be killed, essentially.
No, he shouldn't be killed, but it shouldn't be a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, well, there might be a way to use his example and what he did to make things better. I don't know. Is there? Is that a viable question? Yeah, maybe.
Can't be killing people and getting 2 years.
No.
But so he did violate his probation. When it first happened, he violated his probation because he wasn't supposed to have any alcohol. Then a video appeared where he was drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
And then he left the country with his mom, which he was not supposed to do. So he did a few things wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, so he just didn't give a fuck about the law.
It seems like he does have some sort of weird mental
Maybe.
disability. But,
a lot of things are going on there. But either way, I don't think you'd want to be him in any circumstance.
No, God, no.
And it's a...
Even if you had all the money in the world.
Yeah. We also know that your brain at 16 is not fully developed.
I know people
prefrontal
always
cortex.
say that, but that's not a cop-out for your actions.
Well, it's why you don't. It is in the sense that this is why you don't try minors as adults, and the reason you don't that is very, very specific because the child's brain has not been fully developed.
It's not fully developed, but they know right from wrong.
More impulsive.
And they know
more
yeah,
impulsive.
but that doesn't give you a free ride.
Nobody said it does. He went to jail. It makes
For
you
2
more
years,
impulsive. I think he was 16. Went to jail till he's 20 now.
I think it was just 2 years.
No, it's 2 years. He was sentenced 2 years in jail.
Okay.
So, and then probation.
Yeah, I don't know. We can debate how long he should.
Oh no, hold up. Brian might be right. Hold on. He was sentenced to 2 years in jail after the judge Wayne ordered he served 4 consecutive.
Yeah.
Oh, so he only served 2.
Yeah.
Of the 4.
Yeah. Again, it's a question of proportion. We can have a debate at how long he should do. I just think that when you kill somebody and you're that kid, you have a life sentence to an extent. 4 people?
Yeah.
4 people destroyed 4 families? Fuck.
This is the problem. He's learned nothing, though, because as soon as he was on probation, he was taking part in a drinking game.
Oh, sure. He might be an alcoholic or he might have major problems. He might have brain issues.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
fucking
imagining
know.
he does, yeah.
He had affluenza.
Or
If
he's
you
just
get away
a
with
wild 16-year-old that likes to party.
Yeah.
And got drunk, killed a bunch of people, and now he's still partying. Maybe he didn't learn anything.
I don't know.
Maybe he's a moron.
The reason why this did make headlines in the beginning is because they actually used that as a defense.
And got away with it.
Affluenza.
Yeah.
Wow.
I heard that. I heard affluenza.
Mm.
Raised by nannies. Parents aren't there. He's not, he doesn't, it's a tough way to look. I don't know. The whole thing's a disaster.
Disaster all the way around. What else you got, Jim?
This is obvious already, but Floyd Mayweather applied for an MMA license.
Yep.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know. It just cracks me up. He said his wrestling was at a level 7.
Yeah.
A couple months, he'll get it to a level 9.
It's hilarious, right?
All right.
Here's a good one. The Rock. So his dad had to have a hip surgery. So The Rock replaced his hips or got him the hip surgery.
His dad was a wrestler, right? So that makes sense.
His dad was a stud.
And then he told his dad, his dad was saying he can't drive the same vehicle right now because of his hip issue. So Rock said, just get whatever you think you need to get. And then his dad posted a picture and sent this to The Rock.
What does it
with
say?
a brand new Cadillac Escalade.
Escalade,
the big
XL.
one.
Yeah, the XL.
Yeah.
They're so nice,
That's awesome.
man. You been in one of those Escalades?
Sure have.
God, the Cadillac does it right.
They do it right.
I've looked at, I have Porsches and all this, and then you get a Cadillac. Oh, Oh, yeah. There's a reason why they've been killing it for so long.
100%.
Might be the best SUV on the road. Granted, you might look like an Uber driver from time to time, but I think it's worth it.
Boy, it's a luxury vehicle,
God,
ain't
it's
it?
nice.
It's a nice luxury.
If I have another kid, that's what I want to get, man.
A smooth luxury vehicle.
Yeah. I mean, the Rock buying his dad a Escalade's pretty cool, but that's like me buying my dad a Snickers bar to his bank account.
Yeah,
you
buy your dad whatever he wants.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. I mean,
right?
Yeah,
I think you and I are pretty generous that way.
for sure.
I'll buy a lot of people. I got a shopping. I'll buy some people some shit.
What else you got, Jen?
I don't know how much this means to you, but a northern white rhino, the last one.
The last one died?
The last one is
Dude.
done.
He was 45, though, right?
Yeah.
But dude,
He's not white, though, is he? I thought they were white.
What are they going to do with that fucking horn? It's expensive.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna work.
They're trying to breed them, I guess.
Yeah, we can bring them back,
Flood
right?
the market with that horn.
Why don't we jack that thing off, steal the sperm, and make a bunch more in the lab?
They are doing that.
Yeah.
So there's two left that are his family members.
Why do they call him white, though?
One granddaughter.
Why do they call him white?
I don't know.
Thing looks like a normal rhino.
You ever see a rhino like this? Whoa, look at the size of that fucker.
The
Look at
horn
his
or
head,
the,
dude.
Oh.
It's the size of a man. Have you ever seen
You ever seen a rhino, bro?
that thing's head is the size of a man.
It's a rhino.
But its head is the size of a man.
All right, man.
Sorry. You know, have you ever seen a rhino when a rhino decides, you know, a water buffalo they consider the most dangerous animal in Africa?
Oh, yeah. They call it
like
Black
you climb a
Death.
tree and they're huge.
Let me see what this is.
You ever
Keep
see a
going, B.
rhino tussle with a water buffalo and what it does to a water buffalo? Rhino fuck a water buffalo up 6 ways to Sunday, bro.
That black one looks more like a white rhino than the white one.
Well, there's 5,000. It says critically endangered. That's a lot of rhinos.
No, it's not, buddy. It's just not.
Damn, look, there's only
Sumatra.
67 Javan rhinos.
Yeah, very few.
Wow, the white rhino, there's 21,000.
Come on, only 167? Come on, man.
100 of those brown ones?
We need more. You know where Java is? And where Sumatra is? For 10
Africa.
points? No.
What, Sumatra? Is that in Indonesia area?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's Indonesia. Java and
There's
Sumatra
rhinos in
are-
Indonesia?
They're islands. Yes, they're islands.
There's
in the
also
Indonesian
tigers.
archipelago. There certainly are, sir. Very
Definitely
endangered.
tigers.
There are also gibbon monkeys. There's the reticulated python.
There's also cobra.
And what is the one ape found in the Indonesian archipelago? And I don't even know-
Orangutangos.
Thank you, sir. Orangutan. Thank you. Please say orangutan with me.
Orangutango.
Now, I want to back up for a second. You were raised by a British grandma.
Correct.
Can you do a British accent?
No, I can't.
Don't have much of an ear for that.
They tried. People have tried to get me to do it when I was with the UFC. They're like, hey, for English fans, can you do an English accent? I just can't.
No,
I don't know how to do it. And I grew up around it.
Yeah, you can't hear it and mimic it.
No.
You can't
It's
even
weird.
try?
I've tried. It doesn't work. It's just not
Are
my
you good
thing.
with accents? Because you're a
I
musician.
could probably do, some.
Yeah.
British, like that.
Yeah, it's
British?
not bad like that. Yeah,
British.
sort of like this.
Like this.
Like that,
Sort of
yeah.
like. Just say sort of like this.
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 It's tough.
It's not.
sounds
It's just
different.
in the back
I
of
don't
your.
know. I don't know.
Back of your. You can
It's
say.
not there, man. It's
Sort of
never
like.
been there.
Say. Do you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Do you know
it's
what I
kinda
mean?
there. You know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
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 Right.
Right.
Say right.
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 No.
No.
I don't.
I don't.
No. I don't.
Come on, do it.
Say.
I can't
Say
get that.
No. Say. I don't.
Well, that doesn't sound like
Say 11.
11.
11.
11.
No. You're not good at that.
It's closer. It's a lot closer.
Yeah, certain accents, man. It's just tough.
Yeah. Get your tits out. Get your tits out.
Get your tits out, lovely.
Get your tits out. You're not doing it right.
Nope. Is
You're a
that
good
it,
guy,
Chin?
though.
That's it.
Well, shout out to the rhinos. Hopefully we get more.
Shout out to the rhinos. Let's work on that
Let's jack
accent.
them off, and I'll work on my accent.
And
Speaking of, we're both out of town, man. Tomorrow, well, my show's not till Thursday. Thursday, Tampa Improv. I'm there Thursday night. One show is left. And then Friday, Saturday, I'm at West Palm Beach Improv. Sunday, Orlando. Hey, serial killer in Daytona, don't come after me because I will be equipped with zebras. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
You have throwing stars.
And then next week, I'm in San Jose Improv. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, San Jose. Next
say
week.
that. Go
this
see
week,
that
Florida.
fucker.
Get your tickets. Also, April, Bakersfield and Calgary. Yucks. Those tickets just went on sale. Calgary end of April, but beginning of April, Bakersfield. There are 30 tickets left for my show in Bakersfield. Yuck yucks. Those are going fast already, they told me. Get them, tfatk.com. Brian the Kid Count. Tell them where you're going to be, you little flamethrower. You little gay flamethrower.
I'm a little gay flamethrower. Yeah.
Hey. This is my impersonation of Brian.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Bring your fire retardant material.
Oh, bro, don't say the R word.
Well, retardant means it
don't say the R word, bro.
That's actually props. Bring your fire retardant repellent clothing, because I'm going to be at the West Palm Beach Improv. April 12, 13,
we both 14. There.
Yeah. April 19, 2021, I'm at Laugh Boston in Boston, Massachusetts. Throwing flames. As if that ain't enough, I'll go to Denver the next weekend, April 26th.
Oh, I let you in my city. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Denver Comedy Works downtown. Get your fucking tickets now, you sons of bitches.
Only reason is I let you in my city.
Let you in my city. Yeah. There it is.
Thank you guys for listening. This is the Finally Kid. We out.